Hello everybody. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. We're live right now, and as you guys can see at the moment, the Nasdaq is flashing red, which is a little bit surprising, I would say. We didn't necessarily expect this to be happening. However, you can see here that the yields are going up. The dollar is going up half a percentage point, and that is having a major impact on the Nasdaq itself, which is the reason why it's going down right now. So we're going to be doing some TA on this. But yeah, welcome back to Lucid Trading. Good morning to everybody out there. Good afternoon, good evening to some people. Welcome back. Make sure you hit that like button right now. I would appreciate that a lot. Welcome back to Joshua, Aryan, Daniel, Dharamveer. Let's see. Andrew, Chili Sauce, Kent, Toasted Sheep, Julian, Shiv, Mitch, Lakshay, Latin King, Roberto, and Kronos. Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like button right now. Let's get to 50 likes. See if we can do that. We've got a couple people coming in. I think it's going to be hard to do that right now, but I think we're going to get there. 50 likes would be a nice goal for now. Let's see what's happening here. All right, so Nasdaq is pulling back. I think this is healthy. It's a healthy pullback. You know, we have seen a very large move on the Nasdaq, so I would say it makes a lot of sense. Although I didn't expect it to be happening this soon, which generally tends to be when these corrections tend to happen. When you don't expect it, it happens, and it seems like we're just consolidating in this zone. The market is going to go open in about 28 minutes from now. All right, let's see. So assuming that we've got a support line here, which we kind of do, we could definitely see the Nasdaq hold up this area. However, you can see on the 4 hours, the 4 hours is about to be crossing red, which is not good. So it would have to bounce again, which so far it doesn't really look like that's going to be happening here. Looks kind of negative at the moment, I would say. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just kind of curious what's happening with Tesla. Tesla's down 3.6%. XPeng is down 4.4%. Noticeable. Neo actually hit 46. That is crazy. Neo is down 5%. C3.ai is down 2%. Palantir 3.7%. So far, it looks like everything is pulling back a bit, along with the Nasdaq, and well, yeah. So in general, I would say we still have a lower high in comparison to these two tops that we had. So that looks still a little bit bearish, which could mean we see a little bit more downside here. Until we see another bounce above the 13,000s, which I think when that happens, we'll see it go above to the 13,300s on the Nasdaq. But yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. I am live a little bit later than usual because I had a doctor's appointment. Have a little bit of a health issue right now. Will be resolved very soon. But yeah, I was late because of that, but I'll be live longer than usual as well because I think that's only fair. So I'll be live for like 2 hours from here. Usually I'm live like 1.5 hours, I believe, which should make up for the downtime. Let's just put it that way. Right. So at the moment it seems like we're seeing a bit of a mini correction here. Another bear trend on the Nasdaq. And so far, so good. It could definitely cross here to the 12,600s. Yep, pretty much. It's not looking good on the short term because the dollar is going up and yields are going up, etc. Um, 30 minutes. Yeah, even on the 30 minutes, I'm not convinced about this. It is a MACD crossover, but it looks very weak. So it seems like we're kind of going to move sideways in this zone. Yeah, that could definitely be the case. Guys, let's get the likes to 50 right now. We need about 9 likes, so I think we can get there very fast. Let's get everybody back into the live stream. I think the algorithm would love us to like the live stream, and I think we could get everybody from the audience back in here, because there's a lot happening right now. It's actually quite important. I'm going to be covering some really key aspects of what is currently of what we are seeing right now. We're actually still seeing lower highs, which is quite concerning, actually. Like, we have not seen it move past that 13,300, which, well, it did go. I think it went past this zone. It crossed it. It's now right at the bearish channel. If we can draw this properly, let's give it a beautiful color. Let's give it the red color, and I think we can get another one of these. Let's just paste that. There you go. Beautiful. Perfect. Yeah, so what is happening now, we're seeing that the Nasdaq is willing to go back to the bearish channel. I think we need to have confirmation. It has to bounce off from here. And if it doesn't do that, that is very worrisome, right? That would mean we have another lower high, and it will reject this zone and come down again. That could mean that this correction is just not over yet. We'll see if that's going to happen. I think if anything, it looks like it's about to consolidate here in this zone, hopefully bounce off. If it doesn't bounce off, well, we're in for a ride, because that could potentially mean that we have another downturn coming here. I don't think it's going to be as severe as these, but yeah, it could definitely be the case. Corrections could last a month, right? Up to a month, maybe a little bit longer. I don't think necessarily looks terrible, but yeah, with the yields going up, with the dollar going up again, there you go. Yields are going up strong, right? A 4% move to the upside on yields, and we have the dollar is up like 0.5 percentage point. And look at value stocks. Value stocks are still red in the negative, but if you take a look at the pre-market, let me see, get a couple of them. They're already starting to move in the green. At least they're flat, right? And they haven't been updated yet. So I think we're going to see it at market open, where the value stocks are going to be skyrocketing again. Big banks are going to be skyrocketing again. Look at that. Big banks going up again. Yeah, so big banks at all-time highs once again, benefiting a lot from the yields going up, actually. Recovery stocks are probably going up here as well, slightly. At least they're not going down as much as like the tech stocks right now. Tech is just plummeting at the moment. Let me see. BNGO down 5%. Nano Dimension down 5%. We have Palantir down 4%. So you kind of get the gist of things here, because of the yield skyrocketing right now. Gara gives me anxiety. Aw, I'm so sorry. Oh, we reached 100 likes. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Next goal is 150. I think we can get there along the way. I want to just take a sip of my Monster Energy. I needed this because, yeah, I did another blood test today, actually. And they told me to not drink anything or eat anything. Yeah, so I was like, because I usually take a cup of coffee or two sometimes in the morning before I go live. So this time around, I'm like really unhealthy, drinking some Monster Energy. Speaking about Monster, how is their stock price doing? Yeah, Monster is absolutely killing it. Yeah, definitely looking very good right now. 47 billion market cap for a beverage company like Monster. That is pretty good. Damn. Surprisingly, what's their revenue? They have got a lot of revenue, a lot of profits that they're making as well. Yeah, meanwhile drinking Monster here. I wonder how that looks like on the light. Yeah, there you go. Because the green is being filtered out, you can see right here, because of the green screen settings, it looks kind of really interesting, right? Yeah, I normally don't drink Monster though. Most of the time I don't drink Monster, but this time around I was like, yeah, let's drink some Monster. Let's just wake up, you know what I mean? All right. Oh my gosh, Tesla. Ooh. Xpeng, everything is in the red. Look at that. AI is in the red as well. Not a surprise. AI has been red like for weeks and months now. Almost, it's been almost 2 months now for AI. But yeah, this is the real test. Will the Nasdaq, will it consolidate here at this super crucial support zone and then bounce off, or will it reject and come down? That would be it will be interesting to watch. Tesla factory caught fire. Bearish news. Yeah, I saw the news. Very bearish. Let's see. Yeah, I saw the news. I actually hold Tesla shares. I bought that $6.99 yesterday. Can't believe it. It's already down $20, but hodl gang, right? Hodl gang, indeed. Let's see. Yeah, yesterday was such a great day, and the days before as well. I think today is just going to be like a bloodbath. Let's see what's happening on the 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes looking bad. Everything is looking terrible right now. Yeah, I got a long position on the Nasdaq at the moment. I think I'm really thinking about selling it off right now. And just kind of holding some cash on the side. It looks like we're going to see the Nasdaq open negative. I mean, it's not surprising. You got yields going down this much, and it looks like yields are going to go down up even more. So it looks like it's going to create an all-time high here. I mean, if that happens, you'll see the Nasdaq dropping rapidly. Yeah, I took a loss. I took a loss on the Nasdaq long position that I have. I don't think it's looking that good today. I think today could be like a potential 2%, maybe 3% move to the downside. With the yields and the dollar moving that way. Pretty much. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see at market open. It's about to cross here to the upside. I maybe paper-handed it, but yeah, I don't know. I sold my long position. It is just not looking attractive right now. If the 15 minutes is looking bearish, the 30 minutes is looking kind of bearish as well. Then you have the 1 hour, which is... 1 hour looks like okay. But yeah, the 4 hour, that MACD cross is kind of scaring me a little bit. It is definitely a bit... it's a little bit scary, I can tell you that. Let's see. I think I'll just like, I'll buy the dip with some of these stocks as the market opens. Right? It would be very funny if the Nasdaq actually skyrockets and just goes up like 2%. That would be just mind blowing. Haven't any news about CCIV? Yeah. Did you guys see the video about CCIV? Or at least Lucid Motors, where the CEO, what was his name again? Peter Rawlinson, I think. Peter Rawlinson. He test drove the first production car of Lucid Motors, and it looks pretty good. The car looks good. Looks like it can run pretty fast, like as in it has a lot of horsepower and everything. I think Lucid Motors is going to be like quite a competitor to Tesla. It will be interesting to watch. Hopefully I'm not going to be... I hope I'm not right, but it looks like the 4 hours is about to turn... it's about to be going down more. We're going to see the 12,700s again, if this keeps going. Because you can see yields are spiking substantially, right? 4.4%. Looks like it's going to keep going. And the dollar, same story actually. It looks like the dollar is about to be popping. So, yeah. Not looking that good there. I'm just checking the live chat here. Gara, will Tesla drop to 630? It could be. I think 650 makes more sense, but I think that's a little bit more... it's close to where we are at right now. Yeah, I got out of my long position on the Nasdaq. Thought it was a little bit dangerous here. I mean, it has to bounce here, but it so far doesn't look like it's going to do that. Not even on the 2 hours, for that matter. Yeah, it would be crazy if it does bounce. Let's see. Tesla's down to the 669. We see XPeng down to the 33. Neo's down 5.8%. AI down 2%. Palantir is... Yeah, I don't know. What stock should I be buying? Maybe I'm just going to have some cash on the side. Just wait until some of these stocks come down a bit. Because with yields going up like this and the dollar up 0.53%, that is just not looking good for stocks. Let me see how the S&P is reacting to this. Should be negative as well. Yeah, there you go. 0.5% to the downside on the S&P. And you see Palantir 4.4% to the downside. XPeng 5%. Yep, looking quite negative, and it might stay that negative for today. Let's see. Somebody's saying no way the dollar can pop. They just printed 1.9 trillion. Yeah, well, I would say it will depend, right? Because if bonds start selling off, that will make the dollar go up, right? The dollar is going to go up substantially. That is the main reason why the dollar is going up, because we see bonds are selling off, and the symptom of that is that you see that the yields are going up, which basically pushes the dollar higher. So it doesn't matter whether you have stimulus or not right now. The stimulus is not yet in the system, right? As in, people will be getting the money, I believe, soon. I don't know, actually. I don't live in the U.S., but they'll be getting the money soon, and they'll have to spend it. Once they spend it, you'll see the effect, but it's going to take months to see the actual effect. You're not going to see it right away, I would say. Some people are going to save up, right? So if people save up, you're not going to see any inflation. So people are more afraid of deflation than inflation right now, with yields spiking. Like, look at that, about to reach all-time highs in terms of like recent yields prices or levels. We've got about 13 minutes left. 13 minutes left until the market is going to go open here. And it looks like today is going to be a red day. There's no way around this. It would not make sense for the Nasdaq to bounce. Technically speaking, it could bounce, but you'd have yields going down again. But yields are looking very strong right now. On the 30 minutes, actually not so strong. But on the 4 hours, yeah, 4 hours looking quite good. 4 hours looks like we're going to see some more upside on yields. And that means Nasdaq is going to sell off. Just the stock market in general is going to sell off. But to be fair, we have to be fair here, guys. We saw the Nasdaq go up roughly from this bottom, right? It hit this 12,200 all the way to the 13,120. That's like 900 points. That is quite a substantial amount. And same with the downside. Usually when you see downside moves like that, you see bounces. And same with bullish moves, you would also see corrections. And this is the correction from the huge upside move that we saw. So this is a good thing, I would say. As long as it doesn't break all the way to this point and creates another higher low, this is going to be perfectly fine. Let's see. Oh, we just hit 150 likes. That is awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'll save my stimulus. When do you guys get the stimulus? March 19th. Oh, wow. That is very soon. I think the markets are going to be up huge. They're going to be up huge when the stimulus comes. Patrick Lamp coming in with a $5 donation. Good morning, Gara. Thank you. Will Boeing be affected as much since it is in a different sector? What do you see? No, I think Boeing might even be performing well in this scenario. In comparison, right? You can see it right here. It's already going up. But, like I said, it's going to be a trap. It's going to be right at this resistance. It's going to fall down a cliff. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a tissue. Yeah, my nose is running again. But yeah, Boeing, if tech falls off, expect Boeing to hold up. Boeing is kind of a value recovery stock intertwined. So Boeing will do well if yields go up. You can already see it here. Boeing is up 0.8 percentage points, but stocks like Tesla are down 4%. XPeng is down 5%. Amazon is down 1%. So value stocks and recovery stocks alike will be profiting from this. It will be rotating towards those sectors. Let's see what's happening in the live chat. Let's see. The first stimulus checks are sent tomorrow. Oh, interesting. Oh man, Nasdaq is pulling back. Bouncing back. I'm already regretting selling my long position. Looks like it's bouncing back already. We'll see. I think the most crucial point will be in 9 minutes from now when the markets open. Generally speaking, when the markets open negative, they end up being positive at the end of the day. And right now it seems like on the 5 minutes we're about to see a green market open. At least that has been indicated here on the 5 minutes. So it looks red right now, but it could be bouncing off right here. Let me check the 5 minutes for the yields. Yeah, it looks like yields are topping out on the short term, like the short term in the next couple, I'd say, minutes, maybe hour. And same could be said about the dollar. Which could be the reason why the Nasdaq will be pulling back up. But that's like short term, like the next hour in this zone. So we'll be trying to, it's going to try to create another higher high. Hopefully it will, but I think it's going to fail. Yeah, I want to get the dip on Tesla, I think. Tesla's sitting at 670. Yeah, it looks like Tesla's going to open really green. It looks like that. There you go. It's already popping. God. I wish I could get it in the pre-market right now, but so far so good. Yeah, it's going to go back. It's definitely going to go back up. You know, it's time for some new TA on Tesla because a lot is happening right now. But yeah, on the short term, I believe Tesla's going to go back, fill the gap probably. I mean, people are buying the dip right now. Nasdaq is pulling up a little bit on the 5 minute chart. You can see it here. Bullish candle to the upside. Yields are still holding up, actually. Interesting. Let's see. Apple is down 1.5%. We'll see what happens here. All right, we've got roughly 7 more minutes left. 7 more minutes until the market is going to go open here. And it looks like the Nasdaq is seeing resistance here at the 12,850, which is what is happening with Tesla. It's still down 3.8%. XPeng is still down, so they're not recovering yet. We're not seeing anything recover properly. Yep, it is. It's right above the 12,850s now. It is heading up for market open in about 6 minutes. People are buying the dip, so to speak. Tesla is not necessarily heading up, but let's see if the Palantir is going up. Yeah, I think Palantir is about to be going to the 26. XPeng is probably going to go back to the 33.5, which is a percentage point higher. But is this going to be another back-to-back-to-back green day? We'll see. 5 minutes is indicating bullish movement. I want to check what's happening with C3.ai. It's down 2%. It is just flat. Straight up flat. Can't believe it. What's happening with GameStop? Let's see if we can do the 30 minutes here. GME. It is up to the 273. Wow. How is it holding up this long? Like, it's been a while now, right? It's sitting at these high levels for a while now. Like, it's been a long time. It is kind of surprising. Surprising to me that it's still up at that level. Oh, well. Is Tesla pulling up? No, it's staying flat, as the Nasdaq is also staying flat. Go to the 5 minutes. Yeah, if it crosses right here on the MACD, it could definitely see a move back to the 12,900s here, which I think it's going to be rejected again, and it's going to come down. Because, well, yields are going down. Look at that. I told you that yields were going to go down on the short term. The dollar, same story. Well, and it's like inversely correlated with the Nasdaq at the moment. Four more minutes left. 4 more minutes left until the market is going to go open. It seems like the Nasdaq is about to be opening a lot greener than we expected. 1.48% to the downside here. Heading back up ever so slowly. I'm going to have a sip of my Monster Energy. Awkward. I'm choking on my Monster Energy. Lovely. Yeah, we're seeing weakness here. This is not okay. It is not moving. And there we go. As I say that it's not moving, it starts moving. 2 more minutes until the market is going to go open. And we see Tesla pumping. No, it doesn't. I would have expected Tesla to pump, but I think it's pumping, but we don't see it in the pre-market right now on TradingView. Let me check. Tesla stock. Actually, it is down a lot. It's sitting at 669. It is not pumping. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq is. It's pumping to the upside now. Eduardo Vega says, buy the dip on Unity. I think Unity is looking good. But yeah, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, so there you go. It is still pumping to the upside. 5 minutes is looking very good. 1.5 minutes left until the market opens. Guys, make sure you smash that like button before the market opens. That would be very well appreciated. Let's get to 250 likes right now. And Palantir still down a lot. AI is down less than Palantir. Snowflake is barely down. Yeah, Nasdaq is pumping. Look at that. I should have not sold my longs, but whatever. I mean, I wanted some cash on the side to buy the dip on other things out there. One more minute, guys, until the market opens. And it seems like the Nasdaq is still coming back up. This is it's a really crucial time, because if it rejects the support, that's like game over there. And it's pumping. Look at that. And it's... yeah, that's the resistance area. It hit the resistance, came back down right away. So this is a lower high if it doesn't pump through. The markets are open, by the way. The markets are open right now as we speak. And Tesla sitting at 670. We have XPeng down 5%. The whole growth and tech sector is down. Palantir down 4%. AI down a percentage point. Apple's down. Amazon, everything red. We can see people are buying the dip clearly because, you know, Tesla's about to be pumping, XPeng, NIO, everything else is pumping now right now. About to be crossing on the MACD on the 5 minutes. And let's see, Palantir is down almost 5 percentage points. Interesting. Wow, this is bloody. And then you look at the value stocks and the recovery stocks and the big banks, all green, aside from Coca-Cola. So, yeah, the sector rotation is strong. Still very strong. Pretty much. It is, wow, it is still selling. Look at that. It hit that resistance point and it's coming down now. 5 minutes going negative, and we're seeing it sell off as the yields are going up. The dollar is strong, causing the Nasdaq to sell off substantially. It is causing havoc. I don't know how to pronounce it. Wow, look at that. Palantir down 6%. Almost 6% there. Very close to 6%. And Tesla 668, right? 669 at the moment. I'm glad I sold my long on the Nasdaq, actually. I'm gonna buy the dip on Palantir and Tesla probably. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now, just as we speak. See if we can get some proper gains on that. Yeah, I got some Tesla. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I would not expect it to be crashing here, but you know what I mean. Like you never know. There you go. Bought some Tesla. It's already recovering. Fantastic, beautiful. Nasdaq bouncing back up. Really, is it the Bloomberg headlines scaring the investors? Man, I don't know. But it looks good to me. This is looking like a flash sale. Well, I'll buy the Tesla. I'll buy the Tesla. Why not? I like this stock, you know. XPeng pulled down 4.4%. Look how AI is not taking it, right? AI is only down 2.6%, while Palantir is down 4.6%, right? So AI is not going below the 84, at least not for now. It's seeing a bit of a support zone here. And the Nasdaq keeps retesting this resistance, but it's failing to actually cross. Interesting. GME is rising. Really? What? You're joking, right? Wow. It is up to the 280 again. No friggin' way. Let's see. I'm going to be checking out my portfolio here. Interesting. Tesla's going up. You can see that. 675. Very, very nice. Glad I got the dip. Bought it at 669 after I bought it at 699. But I think it will be just fine. It will be just fine. I think Tesla's going to do well. Palantir's recovering. We're seeing everything recover a tiny amount, as the Nasdaq is not pulling back further actually, which is good stuff. Let's see. Bloomberg thinks that the 10-year is going to 2%. Let me see if it could actually be a possibility. Check the 4 hours. Yeah, so on the 4 hours, I would not be surprised if it hit like 1.8 here, or maybe it depends on the time frame. Like if we're talking the next couple weeks or the next couple months, I mean, yeah, it's going to be different. Maybe it's the weekly that is very bullish. No, not even. I think I disagree with them. I think, oh, this is why. Okay, so they see a resistance area here where it could be rallying towards. Let me delete. So yeah, yields could definitely go back up to 2%. Yeah, but that would take a couple months, right? It would not be like in a week from now. It would take a couple months. It will not just rise to 2% in a week. And I think once it hits that point where it hits the 2, it will come down. It will not break through or anything like that. Nothing is suggesting that. Oh yeah, well then you got the monthly, and the monthly does look very bullish. Yeah. Yeah, it could get to that zone. It's gonna take like a quarter or 2 quarters, something like that. Nasdaq selling off. Tesla sitting at 669 again, looking like a bargain. Yeah, we're seeing it sell off along with other companies. C3.ai now down 3.4%. Palantir down 5 percentage points. And so far, so good. Big tech selling off again. It's not stopping. And we see yields rise up even further, now at recent highs, as the Nasdaq is down substantial amounts as well. And it seems like we'll see. We'll see how this develops, right? I mean, it could definitely turn around very soon. Let me see what's happening in the live chat here. What is happening on the 23rd of March? Yes, I don't remember what it was, but there's an event coming for Apple on the 23rd of March. Bonds is something that works in a month and year scale. Yeah, I agree. It's going to take a couple months, maybe even a year, to get to those levels. And I would say we've seen the worst of it. We've seen the Nasdaq react heavily on in terms of what the bonds were doing. All we are seeing right now, to be really honest, guys, all we are seeing right now, we're seeing a pullback because we saw a massive move on the Nasdaq. This is just going to be a short-term correction. I don't think it's going to worsen. I highly doubt that. Well, this is looking pretty bad right now, though. Yeah, if it doesn't hold that support, be very worried, though. That would be like, we fall down back to the 12,650s. Although, I think it's going to probably stay here for a while until it does that, but let's see what will happen. Yeah, this is a crucial zone. This is and a support, and we have a trend line here, and we have a bearish channel going here. So, yeah, this is quite a significantly important level that it should be upholding. Right. Let's just check some individual stocks. With Tesla, I would say Tesla's obviously following the Nasdaq, but it also had negative news. We had negative news for Tesla, which is not in its favor, of course. 4 hours looking not very good in particular. The daily chart was going to cross here. It's actually crossed here on the daily chart. So it seems like long-term Tesla's bullish now, finally. Weekly chart on Tesla is still negative, but it could be turning around any moment. 30 minutes. Yeah, we're looking at a bounce happening very soon for Tesla. So if we could just draw like a proper trend line here. There you go. Let me draw this red, green. I think it's going to look a lot better. Probably move in this fashion if this keeps going the way it's going, with the Nasdaq bleeding out. But I think we will see it move. No, that's not how it works. Hold up. That $800 will be reached very soon, I would say. I would say next week, probably. Let's just say 780 by the end of next week, probably. Yep. And Nasdaq is seeing a bit of support now, finally. Tesla's going up. Look at that, 676.9. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge probability we're going to see Tesla back at the 780s. Not quite at the all-time highs, but we're going to see some substantial highs on Tesla. And it's pulling back up. Nasdaq is going above the resistance here. Boosted itself off of that support level on the 12,800s. So it's not going below it anymore, which is good news. Palantir is coming back. AI staying flat still, not moving. Big tech still selling off big time. Nothing happening there. So far, so good. All-time high on the yields, yeah. Well, a recent high. Not quite an all-time high, actually. Not quite there yet. But it shouldn't matter that much, actually. We already saw the Nasdaq pull back like 13%. At this point, most of it is already priced in. So people are going to be like super surprised when everything moves back up. It's like, oh, but why? I thought the yields were going up. Well, it's already priced in for the most part. Because C3.ai has weak fundamentals. No, C3.ai does not have weak fundamentals. I can tell you that. It has strong fundamentals. And you will see that very soon. It's just going to take some time, right? The same way when Palantir was sitting at like $8, everybody told me, Palantir was at $8. I don't know if you guys remember. We can go back. There you go. Roughly $8, right? I made videos about Palantir. Everybody told me Palantir, weak fundamentals, weak leadership, weak this, weak that. And it went to $20. And it went to $30. And it hit the $40. So, I don't think so. I thought that Palantir had strong fundamentals. Now I'm thinking C3.ai has strong fundamentals. I think we're going to see substantial moves coming up. It's going to take some time, though. On any good news, I'm expecting like a 30% move to the upside. Neo will hit 40. Really? Oh. Yeah, on the short term, we're seeing a lot of negativity. And we're seeing Tesla having a tough time now, pushing above the 675. It gets over it every now and then and just comes down, plummets right away, which is very peculiar. Bar coming in with a $5 donation. I'm with you, Gara, on AI, smiley face. Appreciate the donation. And I think we're going to make a lot of gains on AI the coming years. I think AI is going to be a great, great company down the road. I'm not looking at AI. I mean, I first looked at AI as a swing trade. But then I started holding the bag, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look at the long term. But when I actually looked at the long term more with that company, it looks pretty good. It looks really, really good. The past 5 years, they've been increasing revenue super fast, and I think the next 5 years they'll be doing the same thing. And with their current valuation, it's just looking very attractive. Nasdaq is pulling back up. We're seeing a bit of bullishness. Which is really good. It could be bouncing off the MACD, hopefully. Tesla at 678. I bought at 669, so very nice to be seeing that. What is happening with Palantir? Palantir is also coming back up slightly after it filled the gap, coming back up. Nasdaq is pumping. Explain why you rather buy C3 than Palantir, if that's the case. C3.ai actually has a monopoly on AI enterprise software, while Palantir doesn't have that. They have good products, don't get me wrong, but they don't have an actual monopoly. C3.ai is more focused on AI than Palantir. Although Palantir does have a government project around AI, they don't actually have same level machine learning products that are on the same level as C3.ai. But yeah, they're kind of different market segment in a in the same market, the prepackaged software. And I don't know. I think Thomas Siebel has a beautiful track record, which he has already proven himself, and I think he's going to prove himself again. Let's see. You can just check who they're hiring. You can check their revenue, their growth. It's just beautiful. They're doing great. Share price is not doing so great, which is great, obviously, because what do you want? Do you want the share price to be super high so that if you buy the shares, you're going to lose money on them? No, you want them to be cheap. 84. It was sitting at 170. I mean, it's a blessing. I mean, I look at it that way, so that is my perspective on it. All right. Tesla sitting at 679. It is holding up, right? It's actually it's rallying despite what happened with the factory. I think they had a fire. But yeah, it's just the Nasdaq. It's not looking that good here. It's not looking that good. That crossover to the downside, I don't know. With the yields going up and the dollar staying that high, it's iffy. And it looks like the dollar is about to break out, which would mean another move to the upside here on the dollar with this MACD crossover. Let's see. Palantir 25.6. How many Palantir shares do you have? Like 200, 300, something like that. C3.ai CEO should give Gara 200 free shares. I wish. That'd be beautiful. But yeah, I think it's a great CEO with despite his age, he's quite an old guy, but he has a lot of wisdom, and I would say he knows a lot more about the sector than some young people out there. I've actually listened to him on several occasions on YouTube. It's a great CEO. All right. So this pullback is gonna keep going. It's quite interesting. I wonder what's happening on the 30 minutes now. 30 minutes looking a little bit weak. Oof, about to go down. So we're just gonna see consolidationary moves here, and nothing more than that, which is fair. Like I said before, with stocks going up the way they were going, you would expect that to be happening. You don't want anything to be over bloated, because then you're gonna get another 10% downturn. Let's see, Bumble. What is Bumble doing right now? Bumble is actually correcting to the 67 now, and I want to check what's happening with. What did I want to check out? Roblox. Right, Roblox also heading down now. 39 billion market cap. That is just insane. Yeah, you cannot do a lot of technical analysis on Roblox since it just recently direct listed. There's just not a whole lot of information available here in the technicals. Although I would say I think there's more downside than upside on Roblox. And the Nasdaq pulling back up, taking the whole growth and tech sector with it. Snowflake was sitting flat and is now down 2%, which is kind of strange, I would say. Tesla's coming back to the 678. Patrick Lamb is coming in with a $5 donation. He says, Gara, thank you. Can you, for entertainment purposes, choose one stock that you think will go up the most with a down pressure pre-market loss? I think the stock that will go up the most, whoa, Palantir's actually going up. C3.ai, very, very undervalued at the moment. Underrated, undervalued, pushed back. Everybody's throwing negativity at it. Generally, those are the stocks that do well. The stocks that everybody hates, because, oh, well, look at the share price. It came down like, what, 70%, 60%, but the fundamentals are still very strong. I think C3.ai is going to do phenomenal. It's just a lot of people can't see it happen, because obviously you can't look into the future. But if you look at their growth rates and if you look at the market that they're in, it's phenomenal. It's a great story. But yeah, that's just my opinion and nothing more than that. I think C3.ai at these prices, right, very attractive for a long-term hold. Back at the 170, I was more focusing on a swing trade for earnings, but then the Nasdaq plummeted, which was really bad. But yeah, I'm still very, very bullish on C3.ai. The Nasdaq is pumping, Tesla is pumping, Palantir is pumping as well, which is great to be seeing. Beautiful. Yeah, it definitely needs more PR. I agree with you. C3.ai needs more PR, and I think it's good. I think the fact that they don't have a lot of PR is great for investors. It is absolutely phenomenal, because if they would get PR, the share price would skyrocket, right? And you would not be able to get an entry point. And I think the fact that they don't have that much PR is an advantage in of itself. Nobody's talking about it, which is great, because then the share price will stay low, so you can get good entry points, so that when they get PR, you're gonna benefit from that. But yeah, I'm not telling anybody to buy or anything like that. I am bullish on C3.ai. I have a massive position on C3.ai at a rather low price as well, and I just believe in the company, and I think that they have great fundamentals. Technically speaking, they're looking pretty great as well, and I think we're gonna see some significant upside. Although the 4 hours is looking very, look at that. Well, yeah, I mean, it still looks like they're about to see some upside, so. And Tesla 681.8. We have Palantir. Palantir's actually coming back really fast. It was down like, 6 percentage points at some point? I'm just looking at the chat right now. Xpeng is green. AI 275. No. The likes are going to go to 300 right now. All right. Nasdaq is actually pulling back to the upside, which is interesting because it seems like it's rejecting that 4-hour crossover to the downside. So it's going to bounce off of that, which would be... it doesn't happen that often, actually. Generally speaking, it just crosses down and that's it. But I would say the dollar is going down now. I don't think it's going to have a long-term impact on the Nasdaq, because it does seem like we're going to see a proper crossover here automatically on 4 hours on the dollar. So that would be negative. However, 30 minutes, it is negative, so it's downtrending for maybe a couple hours. And that's why I would say... yeah, that's having a good impact on the Nasdaq, right? As the dollar goes down, you see stocks going up, which is quite nice. I'll be looking at the live chat here. Xpeng is green. Look at that. Just seeing the comments right now on C3.ai. Like AI to 75, AI to 69, AI to 40. Generally speaking, when us retail traders are negative on a stock, the exact opposite happens. It's a really weird phenomenon, because institutions kind of they do the opposite of what retail traders are doing most of the time. Nasdaq going up. Wow, look at that. Tesla's now pumping that massive candle. It's about to be filling the gap here. Potentially going back to the 700s if this keeps going with the Nasdaq going up. Beautiful. Incredible movement here. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just waiting that gap fill to be happening there. I mean, once that happens, I'll probably take a little bit of profit here myself. What are your thoughts on Apple? Are you bullish? Yeah, I'm still bullish on Apple. Look at that Tesla pumping. Apple is, I mean, I think they are still looking phenomenal. They're still looking absolutely Gucci because of the fact that earnings been spectacular, and their forecasts on Apple's earnings looking amazing as well. So I think they had a very negative headline recently. I'm gonna have to move this. It seems like the MACD cross is gonna happen literally next week. So Apple's gonna have a very good time next week. Expecting that, as long as the markets don't like sell off completely or something like that. I should buy some Apple actually. Personally, like you know what? I'm gonna buy some Apple. Yeah, gonna get some Apple. There we go. I got some Apple, and I'm very convinced about Apple going up substantially next week. Probably, I would say 5 to 10%. I think if we got some luck on our side, it's gonna be like a solid 10% move next week. I mean, I don't think Apple's gonna hit 116 just because of this MACD cross that's gonna be about to be happening here. It's already been pushed down quite a lot. We've not seen any rallies on Apple. We've only seen tiny bounces, and it's been selling off ever since. So I think Apple's looking very attractive here. Yeah. Look at that. AI is pushing up higher. Look at that. 86.2. It's almost positive, while Palantir's still negative here. So maybe we'll see some substantial moves there. Oh yeah, there's an event coming up for Apple. Oh, that's pretty great. I think the market cap of Apple now is what is it? What is the market cap of Apple? It's below the 2 trillion. No, it's right above the 2 trillion. I mean, if it doesn't cross right here, I don't know when it will, because it's been like what? It's been 1.5 months since we had any significant bullishness on Apple. I mean, how long will it take, right? I would be utterly surprised if Apple doesn't go up next week. I would be just completely surprised. Let's see. I want to do some proper CA on Apple, actually. Let's just do some proper CA on this one. There is a support line as well for Apple. Let's just say that this is a support line. This was like a panic sell. Yeah, this zone should be where we see Apple return to the 128. And the next zone would roughly be 135 in that area, right? RSI is still sitting right below neutral. So we could see it go up again to the 123. Given that we have a MACD cross about to be occurring here, I think it's just going to go up in a straight line to the 128. Maybe see some consolidation and then head back up 135. So by the end of the month, it would be like in that 135, 140 range. Given that we have a fundamental catalyst as well for Apple, which is that event, the WWDM series. I don't even know what it's called. It's when they kind of showcase some products or some ideas. I'm not very particularly into Apple, although I do have an Apple phone and well, the AirPods. WWDC, right? Which that could be propping up the price of Apple per share. So yeah, it's just a gradual recovery here. The consolidation here could take a longer time, but yeah, my target zone 135 could be hit very soon. If we're lucky, it's going to hit the 140. We'll see. It will definitely get really interesting very soon. Look at that. AI is still down, but not down that much. So people are buying the dip on AI. We've got a £5 donation from Woodlands Fuel Limited. It's a and he says, or he or she says, Neo. Right, let's do a proper analysis on Neo as well. I think this is going to be fun. There you go. Okay. Let's just say that the 35 is quite a good support here. 35 is our support level here at the low. Do we have any proper resistances? The 50 is a strong resistance. Do we have any strong trend lines? Yeah, we actually do. That is a trend line. Beautiful trend line. It's been holding up for like a year or something. Let's just say like 9 months, something like that. And what is happening to the Nasdaq? Nasdaq is still plummeting. Apple is holding up, I would say. So we have a trend line. We have strong supports. We have a resistance here at the 50 and 52. Yeah, what we know is we have a beautiful MACD crossover here on the daily chart. So we're going to see a move to the upside regardless, right? Whether we like it or not. It seems like momentum is definitely heading up. And then you have another, I think it's going to pass that $50 resistance, and it will hit that 55 very soon. And at the 55, it's going to stop again, refuel, and we'll see what happens after that. But for now, looking at 55 for Neo stock here. For, I would say, the next 2 weeks. Which definitely could be a possibility since we have the deliveries coming in next month, and we usually do see rallies for that catalyst every single time, almost every single time. All right, I want to cover something else. Hey, look at that AI selling off suddenly. That's interesting. Meanwhile, Palantir skyrocketing. People buying Palantir like crazy now. And Apple still staying flat. Yeah, Palantir is it is definitely seeing some big moves here. It was down 5%, 6% almost. It's now down 1.3%. Looking quite sweet. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Yeah, my Apple position is going up as well. Looking nice. Panther got new contracts. As in, like, recently? Like, a couple minutes ago? Or... like, if it's recent, then I would get, like, why it's skyrocketing suddenly. There you go. Okay. Let me just check. Palantir new contracts. Yeah, the contract with Foreseeable embark on long term. Okay, right. So nothing recent though, like something that happened 30 minutes ago or 1 hour ago. There's nothing that I can find. Oh, yesterday, right. Yeah, that was the reason why it did go up recently. But I mean, I'm talking like the recent pump, you know, it just, you can see this candle on the 30 minutes, I believe. That is a massive pump here. It went from 25.17 to 26.3 like it was nothing. Well, we do see the Nasdaq go up substantially, so maybe that's it. I want to check GameStop every now and then just to see what is happening here. 282.7. It is still sitting pretty high. Meanwhile, Tesla is having a struggle above the 680. It doesn't fill the gap. And the big banks going up a lot again. Goldman Sachs going up 2.2%. Morgan Stanley up 2.1%. All-time highs, right? Really peculiar. JP Morgan up another 1.8%. I want to check what's happening with Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, they're doing really good. Sitting at roughly... let's see what's happening on the 4 hours. It says 400,000, but here it says 396,000. The stock is finally moving, right? In literally, what is this? 1 month and a half, the stock moved. What is this, like 20%? Almost 20%? It's crazy movement. And Apple's going down. A huge pump for Neo? What do you mean? Did it pump? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, Neo's looking quite good actually. Just the whole EV sector, EV stocks looking quite nice. It seems like the Nasdaq is done going down and it's just ready to pump up. 1 hour is about to be crossing here. If it does, that's going to be a move of like probably 2 or 3%. And that would take everything with it, right? Everything is going to go up. We're going to see everything green. Let's see. Look, Neo. Yeah, Neo's pumping. I know. What is happening with Workhorse? Workhorse is down about 6%. Yeah, I really don't know what is happening with Workhorse in general because they recently didn't get a contract with UPS, I believe. And that was really bad. It just literally stripped their future away. That contract was the lifeline of Workhorse. And yeah, it's just... and it's not looking that attractive, I would say. CCIV is heading up, although down 1.5%. I did point out that I could potentially see this go up to about $40 until April, or maybe mid-April. But that's going to take some time. Ride is down 19%. What? Really? Wow. Yeah, why is that happening? Interesting. 2.3 billion market capitalization. I mean, they don't have any revenue. It's been quite a time now as well. So what are they up to, right? Like, do they have anything that they're about to deliver, or are they just going to be burning money? Because it's been a year. More than a year, actually. We're not seeing anything happen here. It's been taking them a while. I mean, like the fact that they have stock and they don't have any product to deliver, that just worries me. And then it's like a year later, you don't have anything going for they don't have anything going for them right now. I think there's a good reason why they're going down. Lordstown Motors share slump after Hindenburg takes short position. No wonder, actually. They faked deliveries. I would not touch Ride. It just seems a bit sketchy. Like, I remember I covered it in, November and October, expecting something to happen at some point. But so far, they've been very, I don't know. Let's see what they're going to be delivering the 17th of March for earnings. Yeah, Hindenburg report is really killing it, right? Down about 20% now. And this is as the Nasdaq is going down, so it's like a double whammy. Let's see. I'm going to get 4 shares of Ride as it's going down like, what, 20%? See where it goes. Because when the Nasdaq is down and you have a short report on top of that, and you have bad technicals, of course, you're going to see some movement in the share price. And then I think when the Nasdaq goes back up and this whole controversy is like not a thing anymore, I think it could see a bit of a rally to the upside. Maybe hit that $16 again, or maybe $17. C3.ai is at 85, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, the fact that the Nasdaq is not pulling back 3 percentage points or something like that is already a good thing. It's only down, like, what, 1.4% after it had gone up like 7 percentage points or something. It's pretty great. I would say I'm happy with this result. It's just going to take a while until it recovers. Maybe a couple days. Shaiku coming in with a $5 donation and says, Gara, could you please check GPL? Great job. Thank you for the compliment. GPL. Haven't heard of that one. Let's check GPL right now. Great Panther Mining, I believe. I hope it's this one. Because there's I think it's not that one. Yeah, there we go. So it's this one. The Great Panther Mining Limited. 300 million market cap. Revenue is going up on an annual basis, which is quite nice. And the revenue stream, they have profits. Precious metals, right? 295. Okay. Interesting, right? Very small market cap. Are they undervalued? Let's check their technicals. Let's see if the technicals are oversold. Yeah, there you go. Oversold. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Like many more stocks that we know about. Let's just say that the first target that I'm looking at is that $1. That $1 here. If it passes through, it's going to go to the 1.2. But for now, $1, which is like 20% to the upside, could be the case here. It will take a couple weeks, but yeah, it will get there. Earnings are actually solid. I mean, if it's not a fraud or anything, it's going to move like at least 20% in the coming weeks. Like many other stocks that are going to be recovering from this mess. It's going to look quite good. Market seems to be stabilizing for now. Yeah, it seems like that's the case here. And we see big tech about to be crossing on a daily chart. So that will be interesting. Let's see how... I think next week is going to be very, very interesting for big tech. Because on the technicals, they're looking all like they're about to be breaking out. I think that is when you'll see the Nasdaq go up another 4 percentage points. Probably. I mean, at current levels, of course, but... Look at XBank is almost up, like the complete amount that it was down. Meanwhile, we see AI selling off once more. 2.5% to the downside. Packaged software is just doing really bad right now. And the Nasdaq is just dumping as the 10-year is pumping. Very interesting. Everything is heading down. Yeah, for today, I think today is going to be one of those days. You're going to have to like put a blindfold on until the day ends and then just, you know, wait for next week. I think next week will be interesting. Most definitely. I think next week will be very positive. I just can't wait. I think today is going to be another buy to dip kind of day. Yeah. Look how prepackaged software companies are going down similar amounts. 2.6 on AI, 2.7 on Palantir, 2.7 on Snowflake. Very peculiar. And the Nasdaq is still really negative. But it's holding up. As long as it's holding up, it's good. It's good to go. And it is properly crossing on a MACD to the downside. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Like, we're literally seeing, it's getting worse and worse now. And that's because the dollar is, like I said, the dollar is spiking, right? It is about to be crossing, so if that happens, I mean, that's going to be negative for stocks. It would be funny. It would be weird if this is all like a bull trap and we see another leg down. That would be quite nuts. That would be like nutty. What is happening on the weekly on the Nasdaq? Yeah, right. What's happening to GME? It's still popping. Wow. Can't believe it. People are comfortably buying into GME at 282. That's weird. Apple is sitting at 119.5. I'm glad Apple is not moving. What's happening to Palantir? 25.9. AI is moving again. 83.7. It's going below everything. It's just so weak right now. VIX is starting to move up. Wow, so volatile. Well, it's not like heavy volatility or anything. But look at that. Value stocks are going green. Bank stocks are going green. Recovery stocks are going green. American Airlines up 4%. CCL up 2%. Hilton up 1%, which is quite peculiar. Big banks are up. And remember how the day started. The day was like red, right? Red for these stocks and green for these stocks. Or like semi-green. And everything is back to red. And this is happening all because the yields keep spiking. It's now creating new highs on the short term, of course. 1.625, and it keeps going up. 5.35% to the upside on yields. And the dollar is also about to be spiking further. We can see this on the 4 hours, like I said. Looks like it's about to be breaching here, which is gonna create a new high potentially, which is causing this sell-off. Go all in on AI if you have so much conviction. I actually have a boatload of AI, like a boatload. So I'm kind of all in. Like I think 50% of my cash is right now in AI. But yeah, these are the days where you just have to lay back, not panic, just chill out. The world's not ending. Next week is going to be another trading week. We had beautiful days. The last couple days were beautiful, and I think this is just short-term negativity. And drink some iced tea. Exactly. I got some Monster right now. Normally I don't drink it, but today is an exception. Let me check one thing. Right. 1.74 percentage points to the downside. Wow, that is just brutal. Let's check what's happening with Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin is down. Wow. It's down more than the US 100. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I do think it's correlated with the market. People say that it's not correlated with the market. I think 100% Bitcoin is correlated with the market. Hey, market's going down, Bitcoin is going down. And of course, if the dollar strengthens, Bitcoin is going to go down as well. Generally speaking. Unless you get inflation, you know. If you get inflation, you would see Bitcoin go up. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing the dollar strengthen and strengthen. And it keeps going. As it keeps going up, you see the Nasdaq is falling further and further down to the rabbit hole. William S. Is coming in with a $5 donation. And William says, Gara, my G, can we predict the movement of Tesla for today? Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's try to do that. It's a difficult one because we see that the market is moving because yields are moving, right? Yields are skyrocketing right now. We see the Nasdaq plummeting completely. The dollar is getting a lot of momentum as well because obviously bonds are being sold. The dollar goes up. Yields go up, which is making the market sell off right here. So on the short term, just based off of that, it seems like we're going to see the lower end of here of this channel, which is the 660s, to be fair. And then a potential bounce from there. Yeah, you can see the Nasdaq just keeps selling off. So yields are really, really skyrocketing right now. And it looks like it's just the beginning, right? It looks like we could see another, you know, it might go to the 1.7. Yields might go to the 1.7 here. And the dollar, yeah, the dollar could definitely see another all-time high on the short term, I would say. Yeah, that's 92.7. Looks like it could be moving towards that. And the Nasdaq is down 2%. There you go. Everything is selling off. Like, absolutely crazy. Let's see. And yeah, the 4 hours like properly crossing here, so that would mean we could see another. My gosh, it's gonna get bloody. Apple sitting at 119.38. The volatility is quite ridiculous, I would say. Is there anything in particular that I want to be getting right now? Let me check. I would say Apple is doing fine. It is holding up while the Nasdaq sells off, right? It's doing really okay. But yeah, checking Tesla. It could be reaching that 665 maybe, and then bounce off. At least that's what I'm thinking right now with the Nasdaq being the way it is. And to be really honest, I think we have a proper MACD cross here. It's no fake out anymore. With yields skyrocketing. If this keeps going like that, you're gonna see the price of this come down all the way. I think at least to the 12,700s. So no more. It's not like above the bearish channel anymore. It's right in the bearish channel, and it's not leaving it. It's consolidating a bit, but something like that. Hit the 12,700s, and then head back up above the bearish channel there. So it would consolidate in this zone. Patrick Lamp coming in with a $5 donation. Could you give us a prediction for the next couple of days for Palantir for entertainment purposes? Sure thing. 1 second. Your AI is crashing. I don't think 3.5% to the downside is a crash. I think if it's down like 30%. Yeah, that's a crash. 20% maybe. But it's down 3.5%. I don't mind. Yeah, so for Palantir, it's also following the Nasdaq, right? So if the Nasdaq pulls back here, if it pulls back, which it seems like it is doing right now, very peculiar, right? Palantir's also going to pull back, right? Palantir will pull back with the Nasdaq. So potentially, what we've seen in the past, we're going to see it move down here to the 24.9 potentially, and then after that, rally up. Yeah, something similar to that. Because you can see the 4 hours, while it does look strong, right? It looks very strong. It also looks like we already filled this gap. Let me check. Still looks negative on Nasdaq. On the 4 hour time frame. What was the daily looking like? Yeah, I already know. But yeah, we do know that Palantir can move like in the complete opposite direction of the market at times. But I'm just gonna be kind of I'm not gonna take any risk here. I would say probably pull back initially, consolidate, and then move up to that $30. This is as the yields, were skyrocketing, and as the Nasdaq is pulling back itself, might hit that 25.5 again, and then go up. But it's looking really solid on the short term. It's looking quite good. Not expecting significant pullbacks here, actually. It's just today is just kind of a bloody day. Every time you see the yields go up, you see the Nasdaq come down. And look at that, dollar keeps spiking. It's not stopping. Which is also having an effect. But yeah, well, today is going to be one of those days where you just have to cover your eyes and just be patient. Be very patient. How do you feel about AMD? Advanced Micro Devices? I think AMD is... it's still looking good. Hold up. How much is Tesla down? Oh, Tesla's down a little bit, but this could be a bear trap. Yeah, someone pointed it out. Could be about bear trap here. Let's see what is happening with AI right now. AI is still sitting flat. That is just beautiful. How can a stock remain that flat on the price while everything else is moving 10-20%? Just so surprising. It's also below that IPO price, right? Well, to be fair, the IPO price was like $45, so it's almost doubled in comparison to the current price. So it's not necessarily doing bad. It's just people were too hyped up about C3.ai at the very beginning. Including me, to be really fair. It's a wonderful company. Yeah, people that are shorting this are in trouble, yeah. Because they're going to become overconfident. And then stocks start going up and they get absolutely burned. Right. We're not seeing any... I think the best deal right now might just be XPeng. It's sitting at 34.3. Still looking really awesome. Like, I could see it go back to 50. I think it looks better than Neo and Tesla right now. But yeah, with the software, the packaged software companies, C3.ai is literally the best one, I would say. Yeah, so like if you would think about it, I could see AI double faster than Palantir at this point. AI is sitting at 81, 83. If it doubles, it comes back to the 160 or close to that. Palantir would go to the 50s, which is, we haven't ever reached the $50. And because of the fact that their last earnings wasn't so good, they're lowering the expectation on C3.ai. So if next earnings they perform okay, it's going to be really good because they have lowered their expectations on the company. Which because, you know, the share price went down like what, $100? It became a lot cheaper. Ride just fell 20%. Really? Let me check it out. Yeah, I got some Ride. I got some Ride at $14. Let's see if it's going to pay off. Got a couple shares, you know. I think 5 shares or something like that. Bought in. Oh man, C3.ai is just burning my portfolio right now. Let's see. Yeah, I got some shares. So far, so good. And what is happening with GME right now? We're seeing GameStop is at $289.6. What the hell? 20 billion market cap now. That is crazy. Could you look at SCKT? SCKT. Socket Mobile. I was bullish on it, and it's rallying. So, yeah. I think, good stuff. Well, yeah, it's not exactly rallying a lot, but I was expecting a rally to be happening here. So I think it's going to be coming back up quite substantially very soon. Yeah, Nasdaq is still very negative since yields are sitting at these really high levels. Dollar is pulling back a bit, but it's been doing that the whole time. Is Ride a buying opportunity? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I just bought a small amount because, you know, I'm going to play the swing trade, but I don't necessarily think Ride is looking good or anything. I don't know much about the company, but I do know one thing. It's been a while now. They haven't produced anything of significant value with their 2.4 billion market cap. Maybe it's going to sell a vehicle in like 1 year, but so far it's been nothing. Banks are coming down. That is noticeable. Let's see if it's adding. It's not having effect on the Nasdaq. Not really. It's just now the Dow Jones is also coming down. So it's not just S&P and Nasdaq. Let's see. No, Dow Jones is fine. Sitting at all-time highs. Dow Jones is beating the market. No, Dow Jones is the market at the moment. Which is pretty great. All right. Yeah, I think it's wise to not let your emotions affect your decision making in these kind of times, especially considering that, you know, the Nasdaq is still down $1,200, 1,200 points, and I think there's a lot more room to the upside than to the downside at this point. We're still in the correction, yeah, but we're at the better part of it. There are good times coming. Even after the good days that we had yesterday and after or before that. Oh man, I really have to go to the barber very soon. My hair is looking absolutely terrible. Let's stretch a little bit. Alright. I hope you guys like the hoodie, the Lucid hoodie, which is available on the Lucid merchandise store, which is, well, there's a link in the description for that. So, well, my face turned red for some reason. Yeah, I love this hoodie. It's a great hoodie. Looks good, feels good, premium. Gives me good luck with trading. Lucid Trading hoodie is the best hoodie. Checking my portfolio right now, and it's kind of red, of course. I mean, today's a red day, so. How often do corrections happen on average? Quite often. Every couple months or so, right? Like every 6 months, I believe. It depends on the index, but we got the small corrections happen more often, but the big corrections, I would say every 6 months, 6 months to a year, you'll see like a 5 to 10% pullback, sometimes 15%, but you got to be ready for them, right? They can happen at any time, and right now we are in that correction. We are in the correction right now, still. Haven't moved quite out of it yet. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, guys, make sure you join the Discord community. I failed to state this as often as I should be stating it, but we have a Discord community. The Discord server link will be in the live chat. You can join for free. We talk about trading, investing, finance, etc., and I think you would appreciate it. So head over to Discord community. Server link is going to be down below in the live chat, and it will also be in the description, of course. I personally reside in the Discord server, on the Discord server, like almost every single day. So if you want to ask me questions, or if you want to just hang out in the Discord community, then feel free to do so. The Discord link is going to be in the live chat. Yeah, this is, man. AI stock. 8.4 billion. I mean, the revenue is going up. It's not going down. Like 20% to the move, 20% growth. Which is not bad, I would say. Oh, let's check my arm. I got another, how do you call it? A blood take or whatever. Like, they took some blood from my arm. And, yeah, everything's fine. Beautiful. Let me throw that. Vets Hangout says, hello from Southern California. I'm new. I just subscribed. Welcome to the Lucid Gang. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. And if anybody out there hasn't subscribed yet, guys, make sure you tap that subscribe button. That would be very well appreciated. That'd be awesome. It's a blood take. AKA the Nasdaq, right? Let's see. Yeah, stocks are, just watch. I'm predicting that as I go, turn off the live stream, I swear to God, the stock market is going to rebound just as fast. It happened the last couple times. I would go away, I would just take a break, eat my lunch, and then the markets would like recover super fast. Maybe I have to take a break now. It will be quite literally insane. But yeah, coincidentally, I am going to be taking a break now. So thank you, thank you for watching. Appreciate every single buddy out there. Like I said, I was a little bit late today with the live stream because I went to the doctor. Had to do that. Quite important. But yeah, markets are a little bit negative. But I think it's going to recover. This is not going to stay, this kind of negativity. All right. I'll be live in roughly 2 hours from now, so keep that in mind. And what was I going to say on top of that? Oh, yeah, like I said before, make sure you join the Discord community. That'll be awesome. I think you guys would like that. I'll spam it in the live chat so you can guys so you guys can check out the Discord server. It is completely free, and join the Discord now. Yeah, of course. Make sure you do. And let's see. Also, I think I haven't said this in a while. But you can also support me on Patreon. Patreon link is in the description and the live chat as well. Yeah, markets are still flat. Darn it. Very, very flat. They're calling me a spammer. Darn it. Yeah, I haven't really eaten anything today. I couldn't eat much today because of my blood take. So I'm going to eat some food. And once I'm back, we're going to be covering stocks. It's going to be super exciting. And it's going to be awesome. Yep, everything's still remaining flat. I think by the time that I'm going to be back, we're going to see a lot of these stocks returning back to like significant levels. So it's going to be looking a lot better very soon. All right, guys, thank you for watching once again. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more live streams and videos from Lucid Trading. I would appreciate that as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. I'll be back in roughly 3 hours, and we're going to be covering many stocks and the whole stock market. We're going to make some predictions, as this is also going to be the last trading day of the week. So thank you for watching. This was Lucid Trading. I'll be seeing you guys in a couple hours from now. So